Portsmouth remain the leaders over in League One, of course, as the full fixture of games returns this coming weekend. Who's going to take advantage and who's going to take the L? We're going to take a little look next. Today we're taking a look at match day number, 13, 14? I think technically it's match day number 14, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe button, bang, all things Rovers related, League One related, world football related. We're going to all hear, boys, under one roof. Of course, the international break is about to be done and dusted, and of course, a full schedule of games are scheduled to take place this weekend with the likes of Barnsley looking to close the gap on the top two. Can they do it? We'll take a little look in just a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons, of course. You know who you are. And of course, make sure you smash your like, smash your subscribe. A whopping 78% of the viewers of this channel are not subscribed. And of course, we want to make sure you guys get the content that you want. So feed the algorithm. Sounds a bit saucy. Feed the algorithm, baby. Feed the algorithm and you will score. You'll get the League One content that you want. You'll get prediction shows like this that you want. And of course, you'll support this channel and this show by smashing the like. So do that. Of course, we are taking a look at the next round of games, of course, which are right here, right now. So I'm actually going to bring up the games that were last week, because there was like 2 or 3 or 4 or something like that. We'll talk about that shortly. But this was the last round of games that we did together as a group. So of course, way back when was this? Was October 7th, I think. So Oxford United did beat Bristol Rovers 2-1. I went with a 2-0 win myself. Carlisle with a 3-1 away win over Bolton, big win for them. Charlton with a 2-2 draw against Blackpool, of course. Cheltenham with a 1-1 draw against Derby. Barnsley with a 1-0 win over Exeter, of course. Big win for them as well. Moving up the chain. Stevenage keeping up the heat there with a 1-0 win over Wigan. I went with a 2-1 myself. Wycombe with a big 4-1 win over Fleetwood Town. Good result for them. 2-0 win for Leyton, 2-1 win for Leyton over Reading. I went with a 2-0 win myself. Peterborough 2-0 win over Lincoln, 3-1 win for me. Portsmouth 2-0 win over Port Vale, 2-1 win in my eyes. Shrewsbury with a 1-0 win over Northampton Town. I went with a draw, and Burton 2-1 winners over Cambridge. I went with a 1-0 win myself. So I'm going to add them up here because I think I did okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 there. So remember that number. That's the magical number. So here we go. 7 would have got me fifth. 8th gets your second, and top honours this week was Russell Frost with 9er. So we're going to show you here. This is the overall leaderboard, of course. Take a little look at it. And of course, it is Blue Jack Place still number 1, 51 points right now with Eamon Hussein, and Swindon Ivy Ultra Merit in the bronze with 48. Of course, this was the table pre-games this weekend, so that's what it looked like then. Of course, since this table has been put on here, there's been some other games. So we did see Burton win another game against Lincoln. That was on, of course, this past Saturday. Leyton Orient with another win against Carlisle. Blackpool with a big 3-0 win over Stevenage, and Cambridge 1-1 draw against Shrewsbury. So currently, even though on the screen is differently, Portsmouth and Oxford remain top of the pops. Barnsley are still 5 points adrift. Then we have Peterborough, Stevenage, and Bolton, which of course looks exactly like that. And going down, Cheltenham, Wigan, Reading, and Fleetwood are the ones going down right there. So Carlisle are in the drop zone here. Who else is in the drop zone that shouldn't be there? That's pretty much it, really. Carlisle, and Fleetwood. No, Fleetwood are going down. Anyway, whatever. So that's that. Enough about that. Of course, this is the link for the prediction league. You can still get involved. It's still free to enter. And of course, you can even get your name in lights. Even if it's for 1 or 2 weeks, you can smash it and show them that you are the best, just not competing full on. But anyway, these are the next round of games, of course, coming at you this coming weekend, and some zingers in there as well. So let's get into it and waste no more further ado and crack on with the first one, which is Bolton up against Northampton Town, coming at you on the 21st of October. Now, these two sides have played each other, according to my eyes, 3 times. Since 2008, we got 2 wins for Bolton, 1 win for Northampton, and 0 draws. Biggest win for Bolton was a 2-1 win, scoring 4 goals in those 3 matches, 1.33 goals a game. Up against Northampton Town, biggest win for them, 2-1 win, scoring 3 goals as well, just a goal a game. Northampton Town, 19th of the table right now, 13 points on the board, just 2 wins the last 3, 33% form for them over the last 6. Up against Bolton, who is 6th, 20th for the table, 20 points on the board right now, 58% form, just 1 defeat the past 5. Last time around in Bolton, 2-1 win it was for Bolton back in March 2017 and was in League One. Meanwhile, Bolton, of course, are 5-4 on for the victory, 14-5 is draw, and 3-1 is your long shots. That's, of course, Northampton Town going with a big home win here to get back to winning ways, and, of course, keeping their playoff hopes on track. Burton are on red hot right now up against Bristol Rovers. Now, these two sides have played each other 13 times, 2011. We've got 6 wins of Burton, 4 wins of Bristol Rovers, and 3 draws, of course. Biggest win for Burton, 2-0 win, scoring just the 12 goals in those 13 matches, 0.92 goals a game. Up against Barton's boys for a 7-1 win, their biggest, scoring 20 goals in 13 matches, 1.54 goals a game. They're on 50% form. Bristol Rovers right now, 1-3 and lost 3, 15 for the table with 15 points on the board. Up against Burton, who are red hot, unbeaten in at least the last 7 games, 83% form for them over the last 6. That's winning 3 on the bounce, 13 for the table with 16 points on the board right now. Of course, last time around in Burton at the Pirelli was a 4-0 win for Bristol Rovers back in August 2022. The odds here 70-10 is your Burton, 13-5 is your draw, 11-8 is your away win here. I'm going with a draw, of course. I think Burton are on a good bit of form. Bristol Rovers are a tricky side if they bring their A game, but we'll see which one shows up. Charlton Athletic up against Reading, of course, at the Vale. That's right now. At the Vale? At the Vale. Played 22 times since 1994. We've got 8 wins for Charlton. We've got 9 wins for Reading. And we've got 5 draws, of course. Biggest win for Charlton was a 3-0 win, scoring 28 goals in those 22 matches, 1.27 goals a game. Up against Reading, 2-0 win, their biggest, scoring 27 goals in those 22 matches, 1.23 goals a match as well. Reading, just the 1 win in 5, 42% form for them right now, 22nd in the table and 6 points on the board. Up against Charlton under Appleton now, unbeaten in at least the last 6 games, 75% form for them right now, winning 3 and drawing 3, 14 for the table with 15 points on the board. Last time around, and the Valley was a 1-0 win for Reading back in July 2020. That was back in the Championship. The odds here 6-5 on is your Charlton, 13-5 is drawn, 16-5 is your Reading here on a slump. 2-0 win for the hosts. Charlton taking the points. Next up, we have Cheltenham Town up against Cambridge. A good chance for Cheltenham to get moving in the right direction, of course. Played each other 19 times in 2003. We've got 8 wins for Cheltenham. We've got 7 wins for Cambridge. We've got 4 draws, of course. Biggest win for Cheltenham was a 2-0 win, scoring 24 goals in those 19 matches, 1.26 goals a game. Up against Cambridge, their biggest win, 5-0 win, scoring 28 goals in those 19 matches, 1.47 goals a game as well. Cambridge, 17 for the table win right now, 15 points on the board without a win in at least the last 7 games, 25% form right now over the last 6. Cheltenham, of course, 24 from the table, 2 points on the board, just 8% form right now, haven't won in the last 17 matches. Of course, last time around at Cheltenham was a 2-1 win for Cheltenham back in September 2022. Cheltenham are unbeaten against Cambridge over the last 3, and again, just 1 goal in the last a bazillion games for Cheltenham. But the odds right here, right now, we've got 2-1 is your Cheltenham, 13-10 is your Cambridge, and 23-10 is the draw. Going to give them a win here, me, Shocker Rooney. That's right, they've got to come sometime. 1-0 win for Cheltenham. I'm going to give it to them today for this one. Next, we have Exeter City up against Wigan Athletic down in the south. West, my geography. Played each other never, these two sides caught in my eyes, but Exeter come into this on 17% form right now, 5 defeats to the last 6. Managed by Caldwell, of course, formerly of Wigan. I think maybe as a player, maybe even as a manager, I'm not too sure. 12 for the table, 16 points on the board, up against Wigan. And the Maloney, of course, 33% form right now. 2 wins the last 6. They are 23rd with 5 points on the board right now. Of course, Wigan with a big 4-3 win over Fleetwood. That was in the Football League Trophy back on October the 10th. And Arsenal beating Exeter Arsenal's Academy, being Exeter on the same match day in the Football League Trophy, 3-0. Last time around. It's actually been back-to-back games now without a goal for Exeter. But the odds right here, right now, we've got Exeter, of course, 11-10 for the victory, 5-2 is draw, 12-5 is your away win. We are going 2-1 win for Exeter. Wigan, of course, still in a bit of a slump, and they are in relegation trouble. It is official. So they need to start getting some results, and fast. Let's kick on going with the next one. Where are we? Next up, we have Stevenage against Port Vale. 2 sides looking for the playoffs, I would imagine. Now, these 2 sides have played each other 17 times. 2009, we've got 5 wins for Stevenage, 4 wins for Port Vale. We've got 8 draws, of course. Biggest win for Stevenage, 4-1 win, scoring 20 goals in those 17 matches, 1.18 goals a game. Up against Vale, 2-0 win, their biggest, 16 goals in 17 matches, 0.94 goals a game. Of course, Port Vale are in 11th with 17 points on the board right now, just 2 wins in the last 6, 42% form for them right now. Up against Stevenage, just 2 wins also in the last 6, 33% form for them, but they are 5th and 21 points on the table right now. Last round at Stevenage was a 1-1 draw back in August 2021. That was in League 2. The odds here, Stevenage are 11-10 on for the victory, 5-2 is draw, 10-3 is your Port Vale here. Going with the hosts here, 2-1 win, Stevenage keeping themselves in the playoffs. I would imagine Fleetwood Town up against Lincoln City coming at you as well over in Fleetwood. Played each other 9 times in 2011. We've got 3 wins for Fleetwood, 2 for Lincoln, and 4 draws, of course. Biggest win for Lincoln was a 2-0 win, scoring 12 goals in those 9 matches, 1.33 goals a game. They are, of course, on 16 for the table, 15 points on the board, 33% form for them right now. 2 wins the last 4 games up against Fleetwood, 21st of the table with 8 points on the board, and of course, back-to-back defeats for them, 42% form for them heading into this. Last round at Fleetwood, 2-1 win it was for Fleetwood. That was back in March 2023. But the odds right here, right now, we've got 23-20 as your host, 5-2 as your draw, 11-5 as your away win. We are going with a 1-0 away win here. Lincoln City keeping the points and Fleetwood taking nothing. Leyton Orient up against Barnsley down at Brisbane Road. Now, these two sides have played each other according to my eyes 2 times to 2014. One for Barnsley, nothing for Leyton Orient, and 1 draw. Of course, biggest win for Barnsley, 2-0 win, scoring 2 goals in the 2 matches. That's a goal a game, of course. Up against Leyton Orient, who, of course, haven't scored a goal, and of course, will come into this on 75% form, though, for them, looking pretty good. Just the one defeat past 6. They are 10th for the table with 17 points on the board. Up against Barnsley, of course, 67% form for them, just the one defeat past 5. Third in the table with 22 points on the board. Of course, last time around at Brisbane Road was a 0-0 draw back in March 2015. That was in League One. Of course, like I said, Leyton Orient played twice. Haven't scored against them, Luna. But of course, coming into this, though, we're looking at Leyton Orient 50-8 for the victory, 29-20 is your Barnsley, and 9-4 is the draw. We are going 1-1 apiece here. Split right down the middle. I think they're both going to be happy with that one because they're both in good bit of form. Oxford United up against Blackpool. That's right, coming at you over at the Kazam. Now, these two sides, of course, have played each other 10 times to 2017. We've got 4 wins apiece and 2 draws. Of course, biggest win for Oxford, 2-0 win, scored 11 goals in those 10 matches, 1.1 goals a game. Up against Blackpool under Critchley right now, 3-0 win, their biggest, 14 goals scored in 10 matches, 1.4 goals a game. Blackpool under 7th right now, doing good, 19th points on the board right now, just 1 defeat past 6, 75% form for them right now. Oxford, of course, in 2nd, 27 points on the board right now, just the 1 defeat past 6, is about 83% form for them. Of course, these two sides both look tasty. Last time around at the Kazam was a 3-0 win for Blackpool back in May 2021. That was a League One playoff. Last time they played each other in normal season at Oxford was a 2-0 win for Blackpool back in March 2021. Of course, so Blackpool unbeaten against Oxford over the last 4, picking up a couple of wins and a couple of draws. But the odds right here, right now, we got Oxford 11-10 on for the victory, favoured here. 5-2 is draw, and 3-1 is your long shots, which of course is Blackpool. 3-1 win for me for Oxford on this one, but maybe Jordan Rhodes will get a goal. We'll see about that. Peterborough up against Wycombe, another zinger chicken dinner, of course, coming at you over at Peterborough. Played each other 17 times in 2003. We got 5 wins of Peterborough, 7 wins of Wycombe. We got 5 draws, of course. Biggest win for the Posh, 4-0 win, scoring 33 goals in 17 matches, 1.94 goals a game. Up against Wycombe, their biggest win, 3-0 win, scoring 33 goals in 17 matches, 1.94 goals a game. Wycombe under Bloomfield, of course, 3 wins of the last 4 games, 67% form for them with their last 6. They are 8th in the table with 19 points on the board. Up against Posh, of course, 4th in the table with 21 points on the board right now. Just the 1 defeat of the last 6, 67% form for them heading into this. Last time around, though, over in Peterborough, it was a 3-0 win for Wycombe way back in New Year's Day 2023. And Wycombe have won 3 in the spin against Peterborough, just the 1 loss of the last 5. But of course, coming at you right here, right now, the odds. We're looking at Posh 4-3 on for the victory, 13-5 is the draw, 7-2 is your Wycombe here. Tough 1-2-0 win though, Peterborough getting the points, and of course keeping their automatics alive. Portsmouth against Carlisle at Fratton Park, coming at you this coming weekend. Played each other 9 times in 2009. We've got 4 wins for Pompey, 1 win for Carlisle. We've got 4 draws, of course. Biggest win for Pompey, 3-0 win, scored 18 goals in the 9 matches. That's of course 2 goals a game. Carlisle on the flip side, their one and only win was a 4-2 win. They scored 11 goals in those 9 matches, 1.22 goals a game. Carlisle, of course, 25% form for them right now, just 1 win in 6, 20th in the table, and 11 points on the board. Up against Posh, of course, red hot right now, 6 wins on the mounts. They are top, 28 points on the board right now. But last time around in Fratton Park, it was a 1-1 draw back in August 2016. That was in League 2. That's right. But the odds here, Portsmouth 15-8 on for the victory, 16-5 is the draw, and 19-4 is the away win here. 3-1 win for me for Portsmouth on this one. Luna, hey, what about you? All right, she's going with Pompey as well. Moving on to the next one, we have Shrewsbury Town up against Derby. Now, these two sides have played each other 3 times in 2011. Got 1 win for Shrewsbury, nothing for Derby County, and 2 draws. Biggest win for Shrewsbury, 3-2 win, scoring the 5 goals in those 3 matches, 1.67 goals a game. Meanwhile, Derby on the flip side haven't beaten Derby County. Scored 4 goals, though, in those 3 games, 1.33 goals a game. Derby, 83% form for them right now, unbeaten in the last 6, 9th for the table, and 18 points on the board. Up against Shrewsbury, 50% form for them right now, 1-2 lawsuit, and drawn to 18th for the table and 14 points on the board last time around. Last time around at Shrewsbury, it was a 0-0 draw back in August 2022. That was in League One as well. In fact, the back-to-back games, it was a draw last season, but the odds right here, right now, we've got Shrewsbury coming at you 16-5 for the victory, 11-10 on is your Derby, and 23-10 is the draw. Going with a 2-1 win for Derby, going with the bookies, and of course, giving Derby their first win over Shrewsbury. And I believe that completes the set, guys and girls. There's, of course, my picks. Make sure you take a look at it, soak it all up, and see if you want to go with me or go your own way. Of course, because you do that by following the Prediction League. Of course, cut.me/League One. It is 100% free. And if I'm right, this is what the table will look like. It'll be Portsmouth, it'll be Oxford, it'll be Peterborough, Stevenage, Barnsley, and Bolton, or something along those lines. Of course, Carlisle, Reading, Fleetwood, and Cheltenham, or something along those lines down the bottom there. So don't forget to do that, and don't forget to smash the old like, smash your subscribe. A whopping 78% of you are not subscribed. Of course, if you do like this video and smash it, you're more than likely to get recommendations from YouTube algorithm for shows just like this, whether it is League One or prediction shows or stuff on my channel as well. So make sure you do just that and subscribe. Of course, until then, guys, we'll be back very, very soon with the next one. But until then, we're tapping out.